All right, welcome back. Part two of All About Rogue, I guess is what we're calling the series. We're still on patch 69-2. So that's kind of cool to be able to do a series back to back and be on the same patch. It's pretty rare for this game sometimes. They update so often. But yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about actually making builds. You can see the build I have here. I think this is what I would call the quintessential rogue build. This is kind of the standard. If you don't know what to do, do this build, I would say. Take that with a grain of salt. That's my opinion. Uh, some people might like double jump or something as the default, for example. But for me, I like hide or with 10 step or stealth. That way you can pull those tricks. I love Jokester, but more important than Jokester is probably just Dagger Mastery. Uh, so, and Poison Weapon. So these three all give you higher damage. Jokester doing all sorts of things: higher damage, higher attack speed, higher move speed, higher hit points. Jokester's just too good not to take. That's why it's here in the quintessential, I think. And Rupture as the other talent other than Hide. Let's talk about building this up. You got to remember you're getting 15 physical power when you attack with the dagger. But I actually kind of made a mistake in what I said in the last video about that slightly. It's still true. Yeah, Stagger Mastery gives you 15 physical damage bonus, which applies directly to this physical power bonus when you attack. But there's also something else about physical bonus that's interesting, and it's how it scales. There's a math equation or how it scales. Maybe I'll put it up on the screen if I remember. But basically, what it says, when your strength is really low, the first couple points actually make a big difference. So the scaling is really, really good up till like 15, and then it starts to drop off. Okay, maybe I didn't explain this well, so I'm going to explain it again here while editing the video. So basically, one strength equals one physical power. One physical power obviously equals one physical power. Physical power determines your physical power bonus, and that's what has the scaling. So your physical power goes up 1-to-1 with strength and physical power. However, the physical power bonus is subject to fall off as it gets higher. So strength and physical power become a little less important once you get it to that critical number where it starts falling off. Now, what's cool about the dagger mastery, if you think about it, you want this to be applying on top of the hard scaler because this is good already, all right? So if you have this just eating up the negative, it's not very efficient. Well, it's nice, sure. A little bit of strength goes a long way until you get it up to a certain number. So that's the point. I think all the other people were right. They just never explained it. Let's talk about, I guess, Squire gear and other gear. With Squire gear, I like to go with Shadowhood Riveted Gloves for the strength. Um, Wanderer attire, I think, is just a must have. 2 dex, 1 strength is very nice. And a decent amount of armor. Enough to get a few points of PDR percent. Loose trousers, I think, are just kind of the standard. You can switch these up. If you feel like your attack's too slow, for example, you can go for cloth pants instead. Also have a little bit more armor, but you're going to be quite a bit slower. You lose like almost 5 move speed switching to these. So you gotta calculate stuff like that in. But if you're going to the market and buying things, you can offset a lot of these numbers to make them more favorable. And I think you would kind of figure that out. But and so I'm not going to get too into it. But usually, what I look for is the pieces I already have, and then it's just like a better version of whatever you want, like a Wanderer's attire with I don't know, maybe agility, you know. And then maybe you just want to say, let's get a legendary one that has physical power. That would be pretty good. And if you can find a 3 on the physical power, that could be pretty good. So, you know, you can budget it how you want, but physical power is always good. Dex is kind of, I mean, you would think it's really good, But the problem is your dex is already really high, so it's no longer scaling super well. But you do want some. You don't want none. Armor and health. Health is kind of king. So getting a high amount of health in PDR can be helpful too. Also, you gotta, think of the meta. You might be playing a lot of wizards or a lot of barbs. People might be playing a lot of those. So you gotta, I don't want to dive into making a million pieces, but the general idea is all you really need. But with this build, you do probably want to get to 15 strength, or at least a little bit more physical power from somewhere. But I kind of bank on finding a little bit. And you are running poison. Now, I also kind of made a mistake last video about talking about will. So I guess that's the advantage for me doing these. I might look like a fool saying false information or whatever, or saying it wrong, but I learned, and we all learn, and we figure it out. So here's what the truth is about the poison. It does not scale well with will. It does not scale well with magical power. Those are dead stats. You get such a tiny fraction of a damage from those that it's just not worth it. Sure, they're better than nothing, but you don't really count them as damage. Magical power and will. What you count is add magical damage. If you find a piece that says add 1 magical damage or add 1 true magical damage, that scales amazing with this poison, because you're getting, well, half a true damage or half an add per, which is pretty significant. It's a ton more than what your magical power is going to be. Editor, can we get some formulas up on screen about this? Formulas. Let's keep going. We're going to do some matches with this build. Oh, one more hit and I'm dead. I fucked up so badly. Oh, I messed up so much. Okay, well, you could see that if I was a better player, I probably would have won that. Maybe we just queue another one. Let's go. Here's someone in this room. Let's go. Need my stealth. And I need to get closer to this guy. And he's down. Nice upgrade. Let's see if we can kill this guy. A lot of people died here. We're getting loot. This is really good. The additional magical is perfect for our poison. I don't know. Let's get out of here, I guess. Let's see if this is open. Nope. Okay. Let's reset. Got all the jewels. Blue pickaxe? Alright. Alright, this is the PvE build. Pickpocket, traps and locks, stealth, poison weapon. You can get something else instead of pickpocket, but it basically allows you to stealth right next to people and not get revealed. And stuff like that, which is, I don't know. Whatever, I guess. I guess we'll try these. They're not really much better. They do have strength. That was a bit close. Bro had 2 armor scraps. Here's my, in my opinion, a great setup for short sword, ambush, hide, strat, sprint, hide mastery, 10-step. Yeah, I'm calling ambush sprint. It is what it is. I don't know if we necessarily need the hide mastery. I think the hide mastery might be a little too much extra, so I think we could go for a back attack instead and get that 30%, try to get it. But we're in our squire kit, and we got our physical power bonus to 0, which is perfect for squire kit. We also got our speed to 308, very nice, and health a little low, action speed a little low. Hoping with the short sword, the action speed doesn't matter too much because the first 2 swings come out really quick, even with low action speed. So we might be fine there. Damage reduction a little low, resist a little low. So we're going to be pretty squishy, but we're making some sacrifices to get our physical power bonus high enough and to get our speed high enough. And if you want to see the items I picked, it's these. You can also go heavy boots, but you do lose 2 move speed, gain a little PDR. And these give you a tiny bit of magic resist too, so it's something. Loose trousers, of course. I feel like you just gotta... Cloth pants are good too, but they're just too slow. You just lose so much move speed. Wonders attire. If you really need to go super speedy, you can take this off for 4 more move speed. So it's a kind of nice thing you can just do mid-dungeon. Just get that 4 move speed. Riveted gloves. I feel like you gotta. We're getting our PDR up. The other option is, well, there's not many other options. You can go for a little more health with the vigor gloves, riveted, and you can go for a little more action speed with leather. But I wanted to really get the physical power bonus to 0, so I got to do riveted here. Shadow mask works out as the headpiece because we want to be fast, and it has some of the other stats we need. Got our short sword, got our crossbow. You could of course do the same build with a rondo and probably have more success going like something like this. Oh, just a quick switch here. That's all you need really. But we're going to try the back attack method with the short sword and see how that works out. We might switch to rapier mid game. We'll see. I guess it just depends on how it goes. I'm going to be doing a duos in the Forgotten Castles, and I'm going in solo, so I need to kill all the teams because I want to kill Ghost King. So I kind of need everyone to be dead. So we're going to try to murder some Timmies, or maybe we'll just get killed. We'll see. No expectations. Let's go. Alright, here we are. Let's get all my gray bandages up here. Yeah, I'm just going to do something like that. Alright, this spawn is interesting. I did not bring a pick, so no need to go hunt for ruby silver. I basically just need to kill time here and potentially kill players. Not the ideal setup here. Let's see what we can do. Stuck. Ah. Hey, living armor killed one, direwolf killed the other. Okay. Well, you guys are both dead then. That is all I've got for you for now on these builds. I do have some more videos coming up with Arena and some other gameplay and a couple other things I'm working on. So stay tuned. Hit subscribe if you haven't. I would really appreciate it. Like the video if you like it. Feel free to leave a comment, anything you want. And I'll see you in the next one. Matt out. Peace.